This is so dry. I gotta fix this. Now for the past year, I've noticed that my hair hasn't been the same. Part of it is due to the undercut being grown out and all the length becoming the same because I trimmed it. And the other part, a combination of heat damage and color damage. Now if you've been following me for a while, you guys know I've dyed a section of my hair in the front plenty of times, which means that I applied not only a lot of bleach, but a lot of color. And that area of my hair is fried. It's gonna need a lot of protein in order to get the bonds back to how they were before. And usually I find those proteins within deep conditioners. But today I wanted to try something different and make a mask for myself. So I'm not gonna lie, I went on ChatGPT and asked it to give me a regimen for a deep conditioning hair mask that focuses on re-establishing the proteins back into my hair while also giving a lot of moisture too, since that is also something I struggle with. So what ChatGPT cooked up is what I'm showing you. It's 1 egg, 2 scoops of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now the 2 oils, they're gonna help you add that moisture into your hair, while the yogurt and the eggs, since they're rich in proteins, are gonna add proteins to your hair. Just like feeding yourself, you know, eggs have a good amount of protein if you eat a couple. Same thing with yogurt, it has a good amount of protein if you get like protein-based yogurt, you feel me? After you get all these ingredients into the bowl, start mixing it up. I used a whisk, but you could use like a spoon, a fork, anything really works. You saw how when I added the coconut oil, I didn't melt it? Yeah, that was a big mistake. I should have melted that oil, heated it up, and then applied it to the mixture. I said that I messed up with this because the chunks in the coconut oil were still pretty big, and it got annoying when putting it into my hair. You know, that's just something to improve on for next time potentially. So as I'm putting this mixture into my hair, what I notice is that it's not really getting into my hair. It was kind of just sitting on top, and as I'm detangling, it would just kind of fall right off of my hair. Now at first I thought it was just because of how slick and sleek. It's not supposed to feel like your hair is coated and drenched in product. It should provide enough slip for you to detangle while also getting into your hair, but the slip wasn't even that great either. I found myself struggling to detangle my hair in certain sections, specifically toward the ends, which made it a really hard process because I felt like I was ripping out my hair and it just didn't feel like how a normal deep conditioner would. So to make it easier for myself, I had to put my hair into 4 sections, which I normally do, and detangle each section accordingly. Now I made the perfect amount because I had just a little bit left over that I was able to put onto my scalp, and that I was able to just rub into the rest of my hair, specifically on the areas where my hair is toward my scalp. I don't feel like that area gets enough love sometimes, so I had to go in and make sure that it did. Now I'm treating this as a deep conditioner, like I said earlier. So we're gonna bag up and then put the bonnet on top as well in order to trap the moisture in. Now trapping the moisture in is important because this is where the product actually activates, where the proteins get re-nourished back into my hair along with the moisture. Now this works alone without heat, but with heat, it's a whole nother thing. That's when the hair follicles open and that product actually gets into the hair. So if you can use heat and it's available to you, definitely do so. I feel like an aspect of this channel is that I've always given you guys tutorials and how-tos, but I never really showed the failures, you feel me? This could potentially be one, you feel me? Maybe it didn't go to the extent that I wanted it to be, and that's maybe because it didn't work to the extent that I wanted it to work, but it still worked a little bit, you know? Let me know down in the comments if I should make this into a series, trying to create the best hair mask only using ingredients from the kitchen. And if you do like the sound of that, let me know what other ingredients I should put in the next mask and we can try it soon. I'm thinking like fruit. I've seen one with like strawberries. I've seen one with like many different oils, but you know, just let me know. That's all I'm trying to say, let me know. So I'm gonna leave this on for around 30-ish minutes. It's been around 5 right now. I go in with the heater at the end because deep conditioner activates a lot better when the hair follicles are open. But in order to open up the hair follicles, you need some heat, and that's what I did. So now the hair follicles are open and combustion I just made is now getting into my actual hair instead of just laying on top of it. A little mistake I think I made just right now was that I should have heated up the oil for the coconut. I feel like maybe it would have slipped a little better. I still feel some of the chunks still in my hair. I try to get some of them out and try to like smush them a bit, but maybe next time I heat up the oils and see if that changes maybe the results or how it felt on my hair. It didn't feel like a thick product. It felt very like silky and sleek. For me personally, I don't really like those type of products. I like thicker products because it makes the slip in my hair a lot better. This doesn't really feel like it was getting in much until I put the heat to it. When I was detangling, as you can see, it was kind of a little rough. I'm about to just chill 30 minutes and I'll catch y'all when I have to rinse this out and show y'all the results. See how this DIY hair mask came out. Yeah, you don't understand how excited I am to take this out. You can see on my face, clearly I am super excited and ready to do so. But in all honesty, I just wanted it out of my hair. I think since I wasn't really feeling the effect when I was doing it, I kind of got in the mindset where I was like, yeah, this product is not going to work. But as I took the bonnet off, I can see in my hair, I'm like, damn, like, okay, maybe it did put in some work. This is looking good. This is looking right. And as I'm taking them apart and detangling through, that's when I realized, like, yeah, it might have just did something. It might have did its thing. So I'm detangling through, making sure that each section is out of the twists and ready for it to get rinsed out. The main thing that I noticed is that my curls felt more defined and not as chunky. You know, sometimes when I do these certain hairstyles like shingling or coils or twist outs, the curls can sometimes be a lot more chunky and less thin, and these ones came out more thin. So it's like smaller strands, but the curls are there. The curls are definitely there, as you can see. So, and besides the curls, you can see how moist my hair actually looks. Like, my hair does not look dry at all. It looks like the product actually got in, which is due to the help of the plastic bag and the bonnet along with the heat. I'm telling you, use that heat. Now we're washing it out. Sorry for the blur. I didn't know it was gonna do that, honestly. You know, sometimes it's hard self-recording because, you know, you can't really see how the camera or how it's gonna come out, especially for like this angle. I can't tilt my head up and see if it's working or not, and it's probably changing every time that my head goes down. So yeah, these are the results, and as you can see, the front is looking but the sides and back, they're looking good. The sides and back are looking really good. The front is looking meh, and I say meh because the definition on the curls aren't as good, and for me the damage is mostly in the front. So it was supposed to help out the front more, and I don't know if it really did. I've honestly never seen the front of my hair be like this thin. I don't know what's been happening, bro. But it's like the front and the top is just getting thinner and thinner, and the sides and the back are just getting thicker and thicker. Remember when I used to do them coils? Like, those used to look so good because of how thick the front was looking. It was an okay mask, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't all that. My hair doesn't feel as moist as how I would normally use just like regular products, like the TGIN deep conditioner that I use. My curls do feel very defined with this though, I can't even lie. And it's very like voluminous. I think that's what it helped out with. Replenishing the proteins in my hair, but it is lacking a bit in moisture. So maybe if I heated up the coconut oil and had that melt and then poured it into the mix, it would have been better and it would have helped a lot with retaining that moisture. So let me know, are you gonna try this DIY mask as well? And also leave down in the comments what other type of ingredients I should use in the next one. That's all for today. Now get the fuck out of here.